Oh my gosh. Hello boys and girls, I'm Nick in the States, and today we are playing a bit of the role of the fanboy and a bit of the role of the just a cool guitar at a good price. This, my friends and fellows, is a Chapman Guitars ML-3 Modern in natural mahogany. It has an ebony fretboard with a cool, tasteful infinity symbol there. 3-piece maple neck with a volute. It's that whole nicely tilted back for string tension headstock with reversed Grover tuners, right? That's cool. Made by our friends in South Korea at the World Musical Instruments Factory, who have given us such lovely things as PRS SE guitars, DBZ guitars, and a bunch of other cool things. What's neat about this is it is 2 passive-aggressive Chapman humbuckers. It is a stop tail, which is a very nice, tasteful, cool stop tail there. Set up like your classic telly with your 3-way flip switch, volume, tone. Your tone is actually single coil humbucker, coil tapped. My lead in there was actually on the single coil. And it's a really cool guitar. It also does the, if I get it nice and close, you can see the truss rod adjustment actually happens right there. You can do it with just very ease, not taking it off without having a neck adjustment there. So she is pretty. What's interesting about this one is she's actually much prettier on the back than on the front. So kind of depending on your opinion of the Kardashians, you could say it's that way, maybe J-Lo. Actually, J-Lo's pretty all around. Let's be honest, folks. Nice carve to the top. You can kind of see how she's dished out and carved there. Very comfort cutaway to get up to all the way up as far as you really want to go there. And the heel is nicely sloped there so that you can get your hand in carefully. So, very nice guitar, 25.5-inch scale. And she'll sustain for a whole long time. I've had this for quite a bit now. This is actually my second office guitar, and we're going to use it to do some pedal demos because she does single coil pretty well. She does humbuckers pretty well, and she'll work pretty well in that. So there you go. Plus Liam, who uses this lab a lot and plays the guitars a lot, it's also right up his alley. Ooh. So, but if we go kind of your cleaner. Really warm, articulate humbuckers there. Middle. Muff that a little. Middle. Bridge. Real deep on the neck pickup, but really on the bridge pickup it thins right out nicely there. Let's bring it back though. Coil tap. Cowboy cording through there. It still has volume even tapped. Middle. A little more slinky there, and then so very kind of slinky, and the amp isn't really cranked much there, but it's nice because from this position till there, the guitar really gives you a ton of tones. So if you're a if you're playing in a cover band, if you're recording and need kind of a jack of all trades Swiss Army knife guitar, I think it's really good. I think the pickups are good. They're not phenomenal, but they're growing on me. I have a problem where like I plug a guitar into my normal settings in my amp, and maybe a lot of other people do too, that it doesn't sound as good as the guitar that I have set to those settings. But then if I nerd knob around a little bit, I start finding some really great tones out of this. And that's what this guitar has been. Is it's taken me a little bit longer. It uses some different settings than like my Les Paul stuff uses. Not a negative. It is what it is. But even driven, the pickups really respond well to drive. And that's what I really like about this album. So that's coil tap bridge, and now middle. Neck. Back that way now in humbuckers. Middle. Bridge. All right, so final thoughts. These things go for about $570 US dollars. I think they're somewhere around the 600 euro mark, or 550, 600 euro mark. And it's kind of one step below the Chapman ML-3 signature. The used market has been unkind to these, so to speak, so you can pick up these sometimes around 300, give or take. I actually got this one under 300 at a really good deal. And I dig it. I think at that price range, it is a substantial feeling, very well built guitar. It's heavy, it's solid, it's sized in a very manly proportion, meaning that like you pick it up next to a Strat or even some other ones and it feels like a substantial, well-made, crafted, quality guitar. The knobs are countersunk into the top a little bit. Not super deep, but they're there. It's a quality looking thing. The carve is very nice. The wood grain on the top is, on this particular one, only kind of all right. But if you look online and you see the pictures, most of them have this kind of grain pattern on the top, which leads me to think that this one is a backwards. Whoops. Stuff happens. It's all right. Not the biggest deal. This guitar is a perfect tool in the studio to record with, to jam around with, to hit a bunch of different styles. I can then tap this. If I tap this, you can blues with it, you can hard rock with it, you can, clean it up and play clean runs. And she's just a fun guitar. I'm not kidding, she just feels, the neck has a satin finish, but it feels like an elegant satin finish. She feels like quality. I think for the price, for what's out there, Rob and Lee have done a great job at, Rob and Lee have done a great job of coming up with a quality guitar at a really good price, even new. In Europe, I think you can get them from Tolman, you can get them from Andertons, which I'm sure Lee would happily have your business. In the U.S., Riff City Guitar Outlet, along with a handful of other shops around right now. So, really cool guitar. Check him out. Rob Chapman, love you, brother. YouTube, awesome. Side note, Rob's one of those guys whose channels I've watched forever. And he's always has fun. He can be wrong. He can be politically incorrect a little bit. But he doesn't swear very much. He doesn't talk shit very much. And he tends to have a pretty positive attitude all around. And hey, isn't that what the world needs, is a little bit more positive attitude? I don't know. I think so. Off my pedestal, sit back down with one of my way too many guitars, and once again say, I've been Nick in the States. Obviously, I have issues. Thanks for stopping by. Stick around, subscribe, all that jazz. Comment. Love y'all. Take care.